2023 was the year of OLED gaming monitors, and we reviewed a lot of them. It's clear why gamers have been calling for OLED for so long. They offer the best response times out of any display tech you can find, and they finally make proper HDR gaming a reality on PC due to their perfect black levels. But the problem with so many options for OLED gaming monitors is, well, so many options. I'm here, hi, my name is Jacob, to help narrow the field a little bit, providing the best OLED gaming monitors that we've reviewed. Now, keep in mind that we haven't reviewed every OLED gaming monitor, and we're not restricting options here to just models released this year. If you have an idea for a monitor we missed or that you want to see us check out, there's a great comment section down below where you can let me know. You can also find the subscribe and like buttons down there if you're feeling a little generous as we go into the holiday season. Sound like a plan? All right, let's dive in. At number 5, we have the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8. Now, don't confuse this with the Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 that we reviewed last year. This is the 21:9 QD-OLED display that's become shockingly cheap over the past few months. Samsung launched it at the ridiculous $1,500 price point, but I've seen it as low as $900 now. It should go without saying, but image quality is basically perfect. That applies to almost every monitor on this list. Great color coverage, excellent HDR, and of course, perfect black levels. This one comes with a 175Hz refresh rate as well, which is perfect for gaming, and has one of the brighter OLED gaming monitors that we tested this year. Though, like all OLED displays, it's much dimmer than a traditional LCD panel. I have another monitor on this list that actually uses the same panel, and it's the one I'd recommend for most people. However, the OLED G8 stands out due to its incredible looking shell and the TV OS that Samsung has built in. Make sure to watch our Odyssey OLED G8 review for specifics, but the built-in OS does a ton for this monitor. Moving on to number 4 is the Asus ROG Swift PG27AQ-DM. It's one of several 27-inch OLED game monitors we saw this year, but Asus's claim to fame with this one is peak brightness. It recorded the highest result we've seen for an OLED gaming monitor, finally fixing the biggest criticism we see of OLED as a technology. In addition, it comes with a 240Hz refresh rate and a 1440p resolution, as well as excellent color coverage. One area it struggles a bit though is HDR color accuracy, but thankfully, Asus addressed that problem through a firmware update. So, if this is the brightest OLED game monitor we've reviewed, why isn't it higher on the list? That mainly comes down to price. The PG27AQ-DM still sells for $1,000, while similar 27-inch OLED displays are available for less now. It's worth that price, I mean, don't get me wrong, but you're not giving up that much with some of the other options if you want to save some cash. What if you got cash to burn though? Well, let me introduce you to our third pick, the Samsung Odyssey OLED G9. With a list price of $1,800, it is by far the most expensive monitor on this list, but it also does something that none of them do. It offers the insane 32:9 aspect ratio that essentially places two 16:9 monitors side by side. I have to be honest, I thought I would hate this display, but Samsung really won me over. The Odyssey OLED G9 provides the most immersive gaming experience I've ever had, sucking in your peripheral vision so that you're forced to live in the world of the game you're playing. OLED does a lot to help that experience, and it makes the Odyssey OLED G9 a much more practical monitor. Due to how thin OLED panels are, the Odyssey OLED G9 feels somewhat manageable for a 49-inch monitor, while the previous version of this display felt like an absolute behemoth. You're getting a 5120 by 1440 resolution, which comes out to two 1440p displays side by side. Samsung also includes a super fast 240Hz refresh rate, making the response time of OLED shine even more. The only caveat here is the aspect ratio. It's definitely not for everyone, which you can learn more about in our Odyssey OLED G9 review. In addition, although the monitor retails for $1,800, I've seen it drop as low as $1,200, so it's definitely best to wait for a sale if you can. Back in the realm of normally sized displays though, we have our number 2 pick, the LG UltraGear OLED 27. It's using the same panel as the Asus PG27AQ-DM that I mentioned before, and it's not as bright, so why does LG's display get our number 2 spot? Well, once again, it's all about pricing. The UltraGear OLED 27 has the same list price of $1,000, but you can find it for so much less. I've seen it drop to $780, with open box models going for as little as $650. That makes the UltraGear OLED 27 by far the cheapest way to get an OLED gaming monitor. You're not really sacrificing any quality either. I mean, yeah, it doesn't get super bright, but the color accuracy and coverage is still incredible, and you're still getting the same 240Hz refresh rate and 1440p resolution as the Asus monitor. LG's monitor is actually a bit better in some areas too. For starters, the color accuracy was better out of the box, and the matte finish is a bit easier to deal with. Even without that though, this is the same panel that Asus offers on its 27-inch OLED display, just for $200 less, with a small sacrifice to peak brightness. But the one OLED monitor that still beats them all is the Alienware 34 QD-OLED. It's been more than a year and a half since this monitor released, making it the oldest option on this list, but it's still the best. You're getting that amazing 21:9 QD-OLED panel that we've seen on displays like the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8, but at a price that makes everything else look way too expensive. You can get the Alienware 34 QD-OLED for $800. That's technically a sale, but I haven't seen the monitor go for any more than that in the past month. It might be even cheaper by the time you're watching this video. This is first-gen QD-OLED tech for gaming monitors, but it still holds up today. You just don't have to pay the prices above $1,000 like we see for basically all other OLED gaming monitors. When released early last year, the Alienware 34 QD-OLED set the standard, and some clever price drops have allowed it to stay relevant even among a suite of competitors. One other area where the 34 QD-OLED stands out is, of all things, warranty coverage. Like all OLED gaming monitors, this one carries a small risk of burn-in if you ignore the panel-saving features built into the display. Alienware, however, offers a 3-year warranty by default with the monitor, and that covers burn-in. Make sure to check out our Alienware 34 QD-OLED video if you want more on this display, but from a personal perspective, this is the monitor I use every day. Not only have I had the chance to use it for over 12 hours or more every day for both desktop work and gaming, I've also gone through the warranty process due to a broken joystick. It was as smooth as ever, and that's coming from someone that's an actual customer, not a reviewer. It offers peak image quality, one of the best prices I've seen, and fantastic support. Don't get me wrong, the other options on this list are great too, but if you're not sure about what OLED gaming monitor to buy, the Alienware 34 QD-OLED should be your first option. Now, OLED gaming monitors aren't stopping. As we look forward to next year, we already know about half a dozen or more new OLED displays that are supposed to launch in 2024, hopefully pushing the prices down on some of the models that we have available now. Until then though, these are the 5 OLED game monitors you should consider. I've reviewed everything though, so is there anything I missed here? Do you have an OLED game monitor that you think we should check out? Let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, make sure to leave a like on this video and get subscribed. All right everyone, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Love listening to my neighbors blasting Adele.